Hi, Rev Scott here, and today we're continuing looking at miracles. I want to look at the most incredible miracle, a changed heart. And so, one of the biggest challenges every Christian faces is the relationship they have with possessions and wealth. And the truest sign that somebody has given their life to Christ is they are free from the power that possessions have over them. In the early church, we see all who believed were together and had all things in common. In other words, there wasn't ownership of things. The things were there to help make the community stronger and God's church stronger. Now think of it this way. Probably if you're watching this, you have more possessions than most people in the world. You're probably in the top 10% or even in the top 5% of the world. But do you own your things or do they own you? Think about it. If you buy a car and you pay for a car each month, you go to work and you are a slave to that agreement, that hire purchase agreement. You're working for your car. If you've got a massive house, you've got to protect it. You've got to protect your things. And so your things start to define how you spend your time and who you invite in. But when a person comes to Christ, they open their home to the saints. They allow people in and they start thinking, I don't need all this stuff. In fact, this stuff doesn't make me happy. And so they start giving clothes away that they've never worn. They start to look around their home and realize that simpler living is happier living. And they start investing that in God's kingdom and God's church, so that everybody is looked after in the church. How has your relationship changed with your possessions since you became a Christian? Is this a topic that you feel uncomfortable with? Then perhaps it's time for you to start giving your things to the Lord. One of the hardest things I ever had to do, my favorite Bible, I was walking in a hospital corridor. I just visited somebody and I ended up chatting to a lady on a bench. She didn't give her life to the Lord, but she did say that she was quite interested in looking further and didn't have a Bible. I knew in that moment this beautiful, well-worn Bible with all my notes and all that no longer belonged to me, but it belonged to the kingdom. And so I gave it to her. I don't know what happened to it, but it wasn't my Bible in the first place. It was the Lord's. And so, show the Lord that your heart has changed by changing the way you relate to your possessions. God bless and have a fantastic day.